Hello again, my friends. How are you doing? And how is your family doing? It's an important question. It's one we should ask ourselves regularly because God doesn't want your family on the altar of sacrifice. He does want you to let go of them and to trust Him with them, but He doesn't want them to be sacrificed on the altar of ministry. Many of you have heard me tell the story of our son Josh at the outset of his teenage years. He was starting to develop his own independence, his own identity, which of course is normal and natural, but Susan and I were concerned about where that would go. So I prayed and asked the Lord what I could do to help him through that transitional season. And the answer that came was a surprise to me. What I heard the Lord say was take him to breakfast every Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. Well, that was the most important hour of the week, really, for me, because it was when I went to the church to pray and really seek the Lord before the services that happened on Sunday morning. And Josh was smart. He knew how important that hour was. And so I know it meant a lot to him for me to give that hour up. And I wouldn't have done it except I knew it was the Lord calling me to do it. I spent that year just listening to him say whatever he wanted to say. In fact, as a side note, the Lord said to me very clearly, don't you say a word to him. Don't instruct him. Don't be his counselor. Just listen. Just let him do the talking. And I still have scar tissue on my tongue from all of the times I bit it as he was saying things, I believe intentionally to provoke me, although he will still not admit that. But anyway, he needed my time. That was the point. He needed my ear. He needed my heart. And he needed those things all to himself. That year was critical to his development, but also to mine as a person. So let me ask you again, how's your family doing? How are you at communicating their value? Don't sacrifice them on the altar of ministry. That is not pleasing to the Lord. Do whatever it takes to keep that love alive, whether it's with your spouse or your children, your family. Come on. Let's take time right now to pray for our families. Lord, I just join with my friends right now. Ministry can be such a stressful thing on family life, but you want us to be able to do both well. And so I just pray that wherever we are dropping the ball or missing it in terms of our families, that you would give us grace, give us wisdom, give us passion and compassion to care for our families and not for them to be sacrificed on the altar of ministry. Show us what that means, Lord, and help us to keep getting it right, because you love our families even more than we do. Thank you for that, Lord. In your name, amen. God bless you, my friends. Talk to you next time.